My name is Shaun. I'm from New Zealand, and I didn't grow up in a normal Catholic home. My dad and his side of the family are very Catholic, but my mum's aren't really religious at all. I got a lot of my faith through my dad. He helped me and my sister through the sacraments and everything. But one part of my childhood that was not really normal for a Catholic was youth group. I'd never went to a youth group, and the friends that I had at school weren't particularly religious, but I was content with that. I was kind of fine. I was happy. And that lasted until I went to university. My university days were pretty standard, but then during the third year of my studies, I met a friend called Josh, and he invited me to this Christian group called Student Life, and they were very much about initiative evangelism, so like going out onto campus and actually sharing your story with other people, which I found terrifying. I didn't want to like challenge anyone about their faith. I didn't particularly feel like sharing mine, but I saw the life that they brought to other people, and I saw the community and the fellowship that they experienced with one another, and I'd never really had that. I'd never grown up with like Christian friends, but being among them and being among their fellowship and the way that they express themselves in their faith really challenged me. So I began hanging out with them a lot, but I knew in my core that I was Catholic, and so at the same time I started hanging out with the Catholic chaplaincy. And so I was able to finally ask questions about faith that I'd had for several years, but being able to ask them in a really safe environment where people like myself were also learning about their faith. And then I started going on like retreats and pilgrimages and those sort of things. And during that time I just really developed a great love for adoration as well. So I'd been going to see Jesus a lot more in the Eucharist, and just getting a lot of peace from that as well. I'd never really felt like that sort of peace before, but seeing the joy that it brought other people, I was like, yeah, I want that. And so I started going to adoration a lot more, and I began using the community that I had to give me a lot more grounding in my faith as well. And so like fellowship and adoration are like two things that I've really tried to strive for in my faith journey since, and they've become great sources of like inspiration and really helped me develop in my faith as well.